Hi partners, I am Eliza Joy de Lasas, an aspiring coffee master from 533 Nakumbalay, Starbucks, Dumaguete. I've been in Starbucks for 6 months, and what I love about being a barista is that I learned a lot about coffees which ignite my passion. I learned to embrace early mornings, but above all, I love my coworkers and customers. Being able to see a customer smile with a simple latte overwhelms me. Today, I will be brewing my favorite coffee, which is Cafe Verona, using the pour-over cone brewing method. What I love about pour-over cone brewing method is that it produces a clean cup of coffee that allows subtle flavor notes to shine. It is also a simple and accessible way in brewing a single cup of coffee. And aside from that, it makes a consistent cup of coffee time after time. Before I brew my favorite coffee, I would like to remind everybody to don't forget to sanitize your hands before touching any brewing equipment to avoid contamination. Nowadays, it is really important to maintain cleanliness. These are my brewing equipment: the gooseneck kettle, receptacle, ceramic cone, number 4 paper filter, glass server, and the small wares. The pour-over kettle or the gooseneck kettle measures out the exact right amount of water to deliver the perfect depth of coffee flavors in every cup. The number 4 paper filter allows soft body and clean flavor of coffee. And this ceramic cone holds heat so well during brewing. So the first thing to do is to fold the number 4 paper filter along the sides and bottom of the seams sharply. This is to avoid collapsing and in order for the paper filter to fit into the ceramic cone. After that, just simply put the paper filter into the ceramic cone. So the next thing to do is to dispense hot water into the gooseneck kettle. This is to pre-wet the paper filter and to preheat the ceramic cone and the glass server to achieve the right temperature. You can measure the ice line. So while pouring water into the paper filter, make sure that the paper filter will be entirely wet. So after this, I will discard the water. It's because I don't want this to mix with my coffee. So what I have here is a freshly ground Cafe Verona. I measured 30 grams of coffee beans. It's because I will be preparing a tall-sized cup beverage, or equivalent to 3 Starbucks scoop. 30 grams for tall, 40 grams for grande, and 50 grams for venti. Before I grinded my coffee, I make sure that my grinder is clean and clear from residual coffee to avoid mixing of flavors, and was set to proper grind setting, which is number 5 or cone grind. As I smell the dry aroma of this coffee, it has a dark chocolate fragrance. Cafe Verona is a multi-region blend from Latin America and Asia Pacific. Latin American beans has smooth body with rich flavors of cocoa and nuts, and Asia Pacific beans is earthy and herbal. Now I will transfer the coffee grounds from receptacle into the ceramic cone. Tap both sides of the ceramic cone to ensure that coffee grounds are level. Now measure water into the gooseneck kettle to the line for appropriate beverage size. Since I am preparing a tall size cup beverage, so I will measure tall hot line. This time, I will pour a small amount of water to saturate all the grounds, and I will pause for 5 seconds, allowing my coffee to bloom. After that, I will continue with the brewing. While pouring water, make sure to follow slowly and evenly in a small circular motion while maintaining consistent and moderate pour rate of water to saturate all the grounds. While waiting for my coffee to completely brew, I'll share to you about Cafe Verona. The name Verona means truth and is of Italian origin. Verona is originally famous for Romeo and Juliet Shakespeare's play, and it is also very famous in summer for the opera that still takes place in the arena, which is a Roman amphitheater, just like the Colosseum in Rome. Cafe Verona is a coffee of love. We can say that if Cupid used coffee instead of arrows, this might well be his weapon of choice. This coffee is a seductive blend of Latin American beans and Indonesia with a gentle touch of an Italian rose, blending depth, soul, and sweetness. Because this delectable combination pairs so well with chocolate, it has become a Valentine's Day favorite and the coffee we most associate with romance. Cafe Verona has 3 names. This is originally created for a Seattle restaurant in 1975, naming it Jake's Blend. But so many people love it, that's why they began hand scooping and blending it to order in our store, calling it 80-20. 80% fair trade Italian roast and 20% Yukon Blend. Yukon Blend is the only organic coffee we have in Starbucks. But the love was so strong, that's why they finally made it official, calling it Cafe Verona, after the city that inspires so many. But by any name, this coffee is a pure thing of romance. This coffee is a multi-region blend from Latin America and Asia Pacific. This undergone a wash and semi-wash processing method. Literature lovers out there may recognize Verona as a city where Shakespeare set Romeo and Juliet. Although the play ends with tragedy, but we would like you to know that every cup of this coffee has a happy ending. Now I believe that my coffee is ready. I will taste it to check its flavor consistency. As expected, my coffee is perfectly brewed. So as I smell the coffee, it has a sweet and dark chocolate aroma. As I experience the coffee, it has a medium acidity. Its body is full. Its body is strong and bold. This coffee is best paired with dark chocolate and caramelized sugar. Here in Starbucks, we're not only into business, but we also care. We are not only giving the customer the quality beverage and the excellent service, but we are also helping other people, most especially those farmers, who have given a lot of effort in order for us to have a quality beans that we sell every day. Every cup of coffee that we sell is a big help for them, especially for the education of their children. Aside from that, when we temporarily closed the store, we gave our remaining pastries to the less fortunate and to those frontliners who has been fighting for us from the beginning until now to survive this pandemic. In Starbucks, we do have different brewing methods. My other favorite, aside from the pour-over cone brewing method, is the French press method. The difference between the two is, for the pour-over cone brewing method, the biggest benefit is to be able to control how much coffee you make. Second, no more wasting of your favorite coffee beans or pouring a stale brew. And lastly, using a pour-over cone brewing method helps you brew the exact amount of coffee whenever you need it. While on the other hand, for the French press method, the coffee tastes better because coffee grounds are steeped inside the filter. Second, using the French press method means everything except the coffee grounds are in the cup. And lastly, you can taste all the flavors which add up to the experience. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you brewing at your home.